Welcome to our tutorial on setting up the perfect development environment for Flutter. We'll walk you through how to install Visual Studio Code, Android Studio, and IntelliJ IDEA, the essential tools for Flutter development. Let's begin by installing Visual Studio Code, VS Code, an excellent code editor for Flutter. Go to the Visual Studio Code website at code.visualstudio.com. Click the download button for your operating system, whether it's Windows, Mac OS, or Linux. Run the installer and follow the on-screen instructions. After the Visual Studio Code installer is downloaded, run it on your PC. Follow the video instructions and steps for the installation of Visual Studio Code. When the installation of Visual Studio Code is done, start Visual Studio Code and install Flutter and Dart plugin. After the Flutter and Dart plugin install is done, restart Visual Studio Code and create your first Flutter app. The video shows the steps for creating the Flutter application in Visual Studio Code. When Visual Studio Code completely loads all your first Flutter app components, open the lib folder and then open the main.dart file. In the below bar, select Terminal and type the Flutter run command. After that, terminal show available devices for your app and select the number assigned to each device to run the app on that device. Next, we'll install Android Studio, an IDE tailored for mobile app development, including Flutter. Visit the Android Studio website at developer.android.com/studio. Click the Download Android Studio button. Run the installer, and don't forget to configure the Android Virtual Device (AVD) settings. When the download of Android Studio is done, run the downloaded setup and follow the on-screen instructions and video steps to set up Android Studio on your Windows PC. When Android Studio is installed, it prompts various dialog boxes for settings, so follow the steps shown in the video so that everything is done correctly. These settings prompts include sending report to Google, color themes for Android Studio, component to install from the internet, accepting license of the components that are going to be installed. After all that, downloading begins, which takes a lot of time depending on your internet speed. After taking a lot of time, when all component downloading is complete, click the Finish button. Go to Plugins in the side menu of the Android Studio window and download Flutter and Dart plugins for the Flutter apps to run. Restart IDE. When Android Studio is open, click New Flutter Project and select Flutter from the pop-up screen side menu. Now add the Flutter SDK path. This is the path where you install Flutter when setting up the Flutter environment. Follow the video steps to name and set your first app and click the Create button. Then Android Studio loads your app with all components. When all components are loaded, successfully select the lib folder and open main.dart file. Select Device Manager from the left side of Android Studio window. Run the emulator using the play button. After that, the emulator starts loading. When the emulator is on, run app using the green play button at the top left side of the Android Studio window. Finally, we'll install IntelliJ IDEA, a powerful integrated development environment (IDE) for Java and other languages. Visit the IntelliJ IDEA website at jetbrains.com/idea/download/. Click the download button next to the Community or Ultimate Edition, depending on your preference. Run the installer and follow the installation wizard. When the download is completed, run the IntelliJ IDEA setup and follow the video steps for the settings. These steps are crucial, so pay attention and follow carefully. After the installation is completed, run the IntelliJ IDEA from the Start menu. When IntelliJ IDEA is started, various dialog boxes appear, so you should follow video steps. As IntelliJ IDEA is licensed, you can try a free trial for now. Select Plugins from the left menu of the IntelliJ IDEA window. Now install Flutter and Dart plugins. When the installation is done, restart IDE. When IntelliJ IDEA starts, click the New Project, select Flutter from the left pane and add the SDK path. This path is where you extract your Flutter from the zip file downloaded from the flutter.dev site. Create a new Flutter app by following the video instructions. After clicking the Create button, IntelliJ IDEA loads your Flutter app components. When loading is done, close the README file. Next, select the lib folder from the left pane and open the main.dart file. Select the No Device Selected option from the top of the IntelliJ IDEA window and select one device from the available devices. Then click the green Play button to run the app. And there you have it. You've successfully installed 3 essential development tools: Visual Studio Code, Android Studio, and IntelliJ IDEA. With these tools, you're well equipped for a wide range of software development projects. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Happy coding!